This is your 1973 Mazda RX3.
Hello YouTube, Edmard here with another Forza 5 video for you guys, and it's been a while. It's been maybe slightly too long. Sorry about that, since I last did a build for you guys, and I don't know, man, I just didn't feel like it, so that's the reason why I didn't do them. But today we're going to be doing the Mazda RX3. And now the first dilemma we need to face is the engine swaps, because the standard engine has only got 110 horsepower. It's not that bad for a car of that age, but it's not good enough, and I don't think we'll be able to get it quite as good as we want. It's just a tiny little rotary engine. I mean, it's a 1.1 litre car. not amazing. But what we can put into it is the 2-rotor from an RX-7, a V8 as usual on most cars on this game, and also the 4-rotor from the 787B, which is mental. And this engine has got too much horsepower for this car. Just standard, as it comes, too much horsepower, and well, too much torque as well. So we're not going to be choosing that one. So now you've got a toss-up between these two. Now, the V8, you don't really have to do much to it. It's already a good... it's already got a good amount of power and torque for this car. What the 2-rotor offers, though, is a very nice torque curve. And also, if we take a look at the torque curve, you can see the V8 has got quite a lot of low-end torque, and it peaks just before 4,000 revs, whereas the rotary is much more flat, much more stable, and once you make it go up, then obviously it's gonna be less flat, but it peaks after like 5,000 revs, so you can make more of the torque. So the only problem is it doesn't come with much torque, so you do have to upgrade it quite a bit. And that can... see, this is the dilemma. I think I'm going to go with the rotary. Just because purists, they can sway me. All the body kits are terrible. Well, there aren't any. It's just Forza stuff. So yeah, I'm going to put sport tyres on this, because I've made a couple of these now. This is actually the 4th one that I've got in my garage. And I've got 2 drift cars, one with the rotary like we're doing now, and one with the V8, and then I've also got a car that I tried to make good with the 4-rotor. I tried to do a race car with the 4-rotor, but it's just far too much torque and horsepower. It's ridiculous, far too mental, far too mental. So we're going to go... This is the first time I've actually done it with sport tyres, though. And I'm going to go with the 14s on it as well. I have got 15s on my other cars, but I think due to the way that these rims look, I think 14s look a bit better. The only thing you can do is that. That's the only thing that isn't a Forza wing. Is this little... Apparently... Even though it adds slightly amount of weight, apparently it helps the handling and stuff. But how much that is doing, I do not know. Like, the handling goes up by 1 point. The speed goes down. That's weird, man. I think it looks okay, so I'm going to put it on. But yeah, this is the first time I've used sport tyres. So I don't know how it's going to do with this car. I think it should be okay, because the tyre widths are terrible on this car. They're only like 255s or something like that, which is awful, especially compared to what you can get on this game. And I think all the cars went up slightly in tyre width on this game. But yeah, I'm just going to go through and upgrade all these. It lowers by quite a lot there. Doesn't need to be low, this car, to look good though. Well, in my opinion anyway. So it's a classic car, it doesn't need to be lowered too much. I would put those in, but it's just unnecessary weight. But yeah, it's been a while, guys. I've not been in the mood, to be honest, to do a drift build. I've been getting into my competitive racing. As you can see, I've put up several videos of the Virtual Motorsports Stock Hatch series. If you're enjoying those, then that's great. They are quite long videos, and there's not really any commentary. It's basically just, if you want to watch it, you can. But you know, I really enjoy those races. Actually, they're a lot of fun. The guys there are clean racers. Well, from what I've found anyway. 290 pound-foot torque. You don't get much torque on this engine for what it is. But that's cool though. We haven't got the tyre width to deal with it, so that should be okay. Right, let's slap a tune on this really quick. What was I saying? There's also the online series I was doing, where I took a car and just tried to race it in the class races online, and that I felt like was getting a kind of good reception. Not as good as these drift builds did before I kind of took a break from them. So that's one of the reasons why I've come back to doing these drift builds. It's partly because it just seems like people enjoy them a bit more, and also because I haven't done one in a while and I felt like doing it. I think what I've recently been trying to do is sort of try and get myself to a bit of a schedule, which is the first time I've tried it in the past and failed miserably, but this is the first time I've given it a good go, and I don't know, I tried to keep the schedule, but it's just difficult. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity to start an upload over the night. Sometimes I get an opportunity to put 2 up, and I end up with a backlog, so I find it much easier. That's really soft. I don't want to be going that soft. Pay attention. So yeah, I think by doing that, I've found that I don't want to try and stick to a schedule. I don't want to keep a very regimented schedule. I'll try and keep like a vague one, like trying to just maybe do one of these every week, but not have a day where I want to put them up, you know? So like, I might be able to sit down on a weekend and record one of these. I mean, today is Tuesday. It's a bit of an odd day for me to do it. I usually do it on the weekend because that way I've got my my work computer at home, which allows me to control what I'm doing a bit better. I'll also have my headphones, which means that I don't have to turn the volume down so it doesn't come through the microphone. But you know, I felt like making a video, so there's nothing stopping me. I think we'll go with Silverstone. So yeah, I'm hoping to just keep on making some videos, man. I think I've been a bit slack. I think it's been about a week since I uploaded something properly. It's a proper video that I've been making, so yeah, I want to try and get back into doing weekly uploads of this series. Whoa. Okay. Oh, and by the way, guys, since I've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. No, since I've been gone, I've actually started. Whoa. Okay, I was. Do you know what, guys? I know what's happened. Jump cut. Alright. Apologies for that. But I realised that I didn't have normal steering on, because over the past 2 weeks I have done a bit of work on trying to learn drifting on 900 degrees. So yeah, that's what I'm drifting right now. I'm drifting 900 degrees. I would like to learn how to do it with sim steering, but I think I'll wait until I've got the full setup of clutch and gear stick, because trying to drift at all with 900 degrees without a clutch and a gear stick is really hard. Like, it's hard enough that the handbrake's going to be a button, but luckily you don't have to use that all the time. You can, if you tune the brakes well enough, then you can use them mid-drift instead of a handbrake to correct yourself. Whoops. Or at least if you're used to them enough. So yeah, the drifting isn't quite going to be as top quality as, well, I say top quality. It wasn't exactly amazing before, but it's not going to be quite as good anymore as it was. But I have made sure that I am sort of good at 900 degrees before I went and started doing in videos for you guys. I think I'm hitting the rev limiter in third pretty easily. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not amazing by any means at 900 degrees. But you know, I'm trying. I was speaking to some friends of mine on Forza, and one of them said that on Forza 4, well, it might have been Forza 3 that he started learning it, but whoa, he said that it took him like a year to be able to drift 900 degrees on Forza, which is pretty mental. It's quite a long time. So it's only been, well, not even a week where I've been trying to use 900, and even then, for most of that week I was actually trying to use 540 degrees, and then before then I was just racing a lot, so I hadn't actually drifted for a while. So for that reason, I'm not perfect yet. I'm certainly doing a lot better than I thought I would, now that I've actually given it some time, because, you know, I'd always complain how it was nigh on impossible on Forza, but I found that I've switched to normal steering. It's made it so much easier. I didn't even bother before because I hate normal steering. I hate the way it feels, but to be able to drift 900 degrees, I'm kind of happy with that. Anyway, we're going to go with tune into the tune now. I'm going to raise the tyre pressure on the front. I'm going to get third and make it. Of course, the graph is messing up. Okay, I'm going to make third a bit longer. It looks really long on that graph, but it's probably okay. I might just leave it like that. I know it looks messy, but otherwise I think this car is okay. So I'm going to try it again with a longer third gear. I think this car was actually part of the May DLC pack, I believe. And it was the only one that I bought. I think it's like the third car that I bought. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, the other cars I bought are the Radical, this, and oh God help me, I can't remember what car I bought. There's another drift car that I thought was really cool. I'm pretty sure I showed it in a video. Oh, no. That wasn't so good, that entry. Whoa. And to be honest, it only cost like £2.50. And for a new car that hasn't been in the game before, fair enough, I'll pay £2.50 for it. That's not that bad. I'm not paying the full 10 quid that they're asking for the rest of the cars. So unfortunately, the other car that was new, that was in the car pack, was the BMW DTM car, which is pretty damn cool, and I really like to drive that. It's a pack only car, so you have to buy the whole pack to be able to drive it, which is it's a right bummer, but they knew that it was going to be popular and that's why they did it. The most popular new car, or the most popular car that they're going to put on there, one, it's going to be a new car to this series, and two, they're going to make it pack only. So it's just something you got to live with, dealing with money grabbers. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask you guys while I'm just making this really long video of me just blabbering away about nothingness and not actually doing a proper drift build. I'm going to be buying, well, I pre-ordered Watch Dogs. What I could do for you guys is record my adventures in Watch Dogs and me playing it for the first time and all that, or I don't know if you guys are interested. I know there's only a few people that actually like to respond to me in the comments, but if there's any of you that don't usually comment and you enjoy watching my videos, then do leave a comment. Let me know if you would enjoy some Watch Dogs footage, or maybe if you're just interested in maybe buying it but you're not sure yet and you'd like to know my opinion for whatever reason, then by all means ask me, and I'll make a video of an impressions video or something like that, or you know, I'll upload the first hour of gameplay or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, I think we should come to a close really with this. All in all, this car is actually really good. The first time I've used the oh man, this is going to be impossible. I can't use this view anymore. Right, we'll go back to this. It's the first time I've used sport tyres on this car, and I'm surprised that the engine has actually managed to use these sport tyres this well. It's managed to cope just about. That's pretty damn good. If you're thinking about maybe recreating this tune from watching this video, then maybe, I don't know, it's difficult for me to give tuning tips after fumbling around with 900 degrees for a while and not being able to feel the tune so much. I think what I'd do is fiddle with the final drive and third gear, because rotary engines are special in that you could tune one gear to do any corner and the engine should be able to cope. Just because of the way the torque works with the rotary engine, it's just there from the get-go, and it just keeps going and going and going. So that's one thing I'd say. Another thing I'd say is if you feel a bit more confident with it, then adjust the diff settings to something like I've been doing before in my other drift builds. I've got 100 in this just so I can use more throttle. Basically you have 100 and 100. That means you can just floor it basically. So if you're on a controller and you want to just floor it, do 100. Always helps. Although most of being able to just floor it is the line you take and how you enter the corner and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, having 100 diff settings does help. I can't believe I can actually drift with 900 degrees now, just because normal steering. It's mental. Anyway guys, I'm going to close this off now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.